Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Our next guest doesn't do playing small. She is the mind rewiring, confidence igniting, unapologetic living coach who helps ambitious women just like you stop asking, "Can I?" and start saying, "Watch me." She's here to burn the rule book, shatter the limits, and hand you the keys to a life you own boldly, loudly, and without a single sorry. Her transformation isn't optional, it's inevitable. And so is the glow up that follows. Get ready for fire starter energy and help me welcome the amazing Sian L'Angellier. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you so much. Honestly, that intro is fire. I love it.
Something had to happen to make you say, "I'm going to be a female entrepreneur." What is the spark that flipped that switch?
I love this because I feel like for me, there wasn't just one moment, it was like quite a few different moments. And I feel like since I was in school, I always felt different. Like, when you have those dreams and those visions, and my dream and vision was always me like leading people and like kind of sharing what I had learned across my life and things like that. And it just never really in like a typical 9 till 5 job. Like I never saw myself in that. And I just felt always a bit different, a bit like an outsider, very much the people pleaser, and a lot of like anxiety in new situations and things. And I changed a few different jobs and I was really good at them. Like I worked with children and young people with special educational needs, and I loved what I did. And I was a family worker and I have a degree in childhood as well. But I actually started a job in 2023 and I actually left within my probation. It was so toxic. I'd reached burnout again. I'd burnt out a couple of times before that, working and doing my degree alongside it because I did my degree at home, like through distant learning. And I left the toxic job. It was really awful, really impacted my mental health. And I just felt a little bit lost, to be honest. I was like, what do I do? I feel like there's never been a job that I'm like, yes, this is it. Like, this is the job that I'm supposed to stay in forever and, really kind of ignite all my passions. And I left and I didn't have a job at the time. I signed up to an agency in education and I hadn't even mentioned coaching. I'd followed a couple of coaches online and I just loved what they did. But my husband actually was the one that turned around with me in the car. We were on, I can't remember where we were off to, but we were off somewhere. And he said, "Have you ever thought about coaching?" And I was like, well, actually, yes, I've had it in my head for ages, but I just haven't, I guess, lack of confidence at that time to actually go for it and actually make a business out of it and help people. And it kind of all started from there. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. I feel like I would be really good at this. I trained in it. I started my Instagram, my social media, and it kind of all took off from there. And I'm really good at it and I bloody love it. I love it so much. And I just love really helping women step into their power because I've done obviously a lot of work on myself. And then a lot of, in my training and things with NLP and mindset and the subconscious. And it's just absolutely fascinating. And I just love seeing that spark come alive in the women that I work with. So yeah, a lot of like different moments, but I guess the big thing was just like leaving that toxic job and being like, what do I actually want to do in my life and what impact do I want to make?
Yeah, I mean, the spark just comes out of you. You just like light up the whole entire room, everything when you talk about what you do. You just love coaching women and bringing it
Really,
out of them so they can like surpass what they even imagine. I can see that
yeah,
with you.
yeah,
Mhm.
100% definitely.
And you said you've done some work on your own for NPL and a few other things, which is wonderful because when you've gone through it, you understand it for other people.
Yeah.
So, what would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self what you've learned? What would you go back and tell her?
I would say comparison is the biggest thing. Like, stop comparing to other people, because I feel like you never really know what's going on in other people's life. Like, you see the facade, you see stuff, especially on social media these days, you see all of this, but you don't know what's going on. So you can't compare yourself to someone that you're not, because you really don't know what's going on. You don't know what's gone on behind that success that you're seeing, for example, and the things that they've had to do and the things that they've had to sacrifice and what's going on in their world. And I just feel like if you're going to compare to someone, compare to yourself, who you were yesterday. That's what I always say. Like, rather than comparing to other people, I compare myself, but I try to just compare myself to trying to be better, like even just 1% better every day, and just trying to like learn from what I've gone through. And I would say like be you, because I genuinely like only really, to be fair, I think in motherhood has realized that I do have a gift, and it's really starting to come out even more now. And I would love, and I think because I have my baby boy now, I'm like, I want you to know that like the gifts that you have, to own it.
Yeah.
That's what I would say, like own your gift and just stop comparing. Or if you compare yourself to you yesterday.
Yeah, and so I'm competitive, but I'm competitive only with myself.
Yeah, I love that.
And
Yeah.
and that's it. And you have a baby boy. How old?
9 months. It's
How
been
are
so
you
good.
how are you balancing that with you're married, a baby, a business? How are you balancing it all?
I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard. You do have to, I feel like, again, especially on social media, you can see a lot of like mums in business and things and feel like they've got it all together and stuff. And yes, but it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of like working in nap times, working when they're asleep, when actually you just want to be going to bed yourself because you're so sleep deprived. And there is like there's a real balance that you have to get of not burning out and actually taking that time for you. But also there are non-negotiables and things that you have to do in business, and the way that you serve your clients. Like, your clients, the women in your world, are paying you for a service, and you've obviously got to deliver on that, no matter what your day or night has looked like with your child. And if you want to build and grow that business, so it's hard. It is really hard, but I feel like it's using pockets of time. That's my little, like, I like using that. Like, use pockets of time, whatever pockets of time you've got. Like, get your non-negotiables down. Engage, connect with people, and just always like anchor into your why. I always say that, like, on the hard days, that's what gets me through, is anchoring into my why. Like, I'm doing it for him now. I'm doing it so like in the future I am on stage and he's looking up at his mum and he's like, yes, mum. Like, that's in my vision, and I feel like that gets me through on the hard days. So have a really big why. But I also think like a really good routine with you, like getting outside for fresh air, like simple things like that, like moving your body, talking to people. Like, I'm really lucky. I have a very good husband. He's very supportive. So he is the one that I brain dump to most evenings. And I like kind of just blah, 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 blah. And it's just having that person to communicate to as well, I think, is the biggest thing with balancing life, is just having someone that you trust and that you can offload to, and then make a plan from that and tap into you. Like, fill your cup up. I always say, like, fill your cup up so much that it overflows into other people.
Oh, wow. I love your pockets of time.
Yeah.
I can see a little bitty book on pockets of time for people to get stuff done. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. All right, you have to go see if that name's available, because I think that's a
Yeah.
good
I will.
All right, besides pockets of time, what
Mhm.
is another thing that actually you would suggest to someone to actually help their business grow more?
I would say kind of a routine, but not in a routine of it has to be at a certain time every single day, because when you are a mum, that doesn't really work. Like, things change, especially when they're babies, especially when they're so young. You have a routine one day and then it kind of goes out the window the other day. So I would say a routine in a way that's flexible, like a flexible routine. And I'm not here to say like strategy is so important in business, but mindset is what's really going to shift everything for you, because you can have all of the strategy in the world, but if you don't believe you can do it, if you don't believe you're deserving of that success, you're only going to go so far. It's going to really halt you. Your mind is literally governs everything. Like, it literally impacts everything. It's the puppeteer. I always call it our little puppeteer in the background. So I would say actually like a mindset routine, like focusing on, I do gratitude, I move my body, like I really do try and get out for a walk, especially if it's nice weather. But I do try and get out for a walk, gratitude. And then obviously like you have your non-negotiables in business that you have to do. But I would say really kind of people don't focus necessarily so much on the mindset side, where I feel like that is really important. Actually tapping into what am I believing right now about myself or about my success, and then reframing that and actually working on that and stacking the evidence against it, because that's what's really going to shift things for you. Because like I said, you can have the best strategy, but if you don't believe that you can do it, that's going to really self-sabotage you. So I would say a mindset routine is absolutely key in juggling everything and having a successful business.
And that's one of the things you teach, correct? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. So what is a myth that entrepreneurs, women in business, they sort of think that, oh yeah, it's going to be like this, or they should do this. What do you think they should do from a mindset perspective? Stop believing or kick it to the curb. What is that mindset they have to change?
I feel like this might be a little bit controversial.
Oh, I love controversial. No, let's go for it.
I feel like there's two things: freedom and manifestation. Now, I love manifesting. I've manifested a lot in my life, but I feel like sometimes it gets thrown around a lot. A lot of people think that they can manifest this successful business without really doing the work beforehand. And that's just not true. You have to put a lot of work into a business, especially at the beginning. I feel like it does get easier because you learn a lot and you get to a certain point, and there may be certain like like passive income and things like that makes it a little bit easier or different in a way. But especially at the beginning when you're growing it, it takes so much work and dedication. Like, especially if you're working a full-time job at the same time, which I have been doing, before Archie, the doing that as well, and actually using your evenings, using those pockets of time, using the weekends, like you do have to really be dedicated. So I feel like that's a little bit of a myth, that people feel like, oh, I can just do my visualizations and I can just actually just do it in my vision and think, oh yes, I think about this, and that's great because I visualize a lot, but you have to do the action to go with it. You can't just wish, you've got to do as well. And I feel like another little controversial one is like freedom. So everyone thinks when they go into, and I did this as well. So I when I first went into it, I was like, I'm going to have so much freedom. You are, but you have to get to a certain point. You have to get to a certain point. It's not like, I think like when you think, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to work when I want, and work a couple of hours a day, you may, you lot, but honestly, I've had these conversations, and I feel like I was this person as well. But I've had these conversations with people, and I'm like, I really need to be honest with you, but you can eventually, like quite a few years into business, get that, that freedom, or what freedom looks like for you, because freedom looks different to everybody. But not at the beginning, like definitely not at the stages of growing it. Like, you can't just, it's not a hobby. I feel like a lot of people will think then, oh, you can treat it as a hobby, like a couple of hours a week and stuff. Absolutely not. Like, you've got to put your all into it. Like, entrepreneurship is really hard. And the reason why people do it though is because they absolutely love it. And you can make an incredible life out of it, and you can impact so many people. But there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. So I feel like a lot of people will just think it's luck, or like, let's just visualize it and it's going to happen. And like, oh, I'll make this business, and then yeah, I'll only have to work a couple of hours a week and it'll be incredible. And there's more to that.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. So my husband's retired, okay?
Yeah.
I'm obviously not retired.
No.
And it's like, oh, so he knows if you want me to do something, you have to let me know way in advance. I have been an entrepreneur my whole life. We raised my husband's grandson, who is now 26.
Oh wow.
So even back then, it was like, if you want this, it has to be on the calendar from everybody in the family. If
Yeah.
it's not on the calendar, okay, and I have something booked, I'm not changing it
Yeah.
because other people are relying on me.
100%. Yeah.
Now, if an emergency comes up, that is a total different story.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've also had to do this with my parents. My parents are older. So, I mean, sometimes I need to bring them to appointments and stuff. And I have to be like, you didn't put it on the schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we figure it out, but you know,
Yeah.
I get it. So thanks for that. Those are not controversial. And the manifestation, oh my God, I wish I could kumbaya all day long and it just drip on me and it just
Wouldn't
happened
it be
without me doing a
beautiful?
thing. Wait, what?
Wouldn't it be beautiful?
Be in heaven.
So easy.
Now, I am not disputing visualization because I believe visualization and knowing where you're going is
100%.
key.
Yeah.
Seeing what you see
Yeah.
in the future is key for it
Definitely.
to happen.
Yeah. Definitely. I love visualization. It's something that I do a lot with my clients and myself. And it's really, really powerful. Like when we talk about the subconscious and imagination, like it is crucial. But it's like, yeah, it's doing the action with it rather than just thinking about it. It's doing the action that comes with it as well to get there to where you
Yeah.
are. Vision.
Yeah.
Vision.
I
Vision.
could you see me kumbayaing every month, manifesting the fact that the magazine's going to transpire on its own?
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's work involved.
100%.
So is work involved in everything you do? That is what she's saying. So I think that's amazing. And that is
Yeah.
not controversial. It's the bomb.
Yeah. Good.
All right. So you've been in business a while, you coach a lot of women. What about a woman who's in the middle of a mess? She's ready to throw in the towel. She kumbaya'd enough. She did do some action and she's just fed up.
Yeah.
Suggestions.
I would two things here because I've been here, like especially when I first had Archie. I feel like when you have a baby, like your identity, everything shifts so much, like hormones, everything. And I definitely went through the messy middle at the beginning of this year. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I feel like I need to change everything in my business. I need to shift everything. And I feel like that's natural, like in entrepreneurship, you do like kind of evolve as you go and change. But the two things for me was back to mindset. And I don't just mean that surface level mindset, I mean the subconscious, like what am I believing? And at the time, at the beginning of the year, I'll be honest, I held the belief that I couldn't build a successful business while being a mum because I didn't believe that that could happen. That was a belief that I held in my subconscious, and I had to do a lot of work to shift that and to believe and to replace that belief with actually this is possible. Like it looks different, but it is possible, 100% possible. And I had to do a lot of work on that. So I would say, like, actually, really dig deep. Is there anything that you think is self sabotaging you that is actually causing you to be like, this isn't working? Because it is working. You can't always see the outcome. And I think that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing in entrepreneurship is you work so hard and you cannot always see the outcome. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, like yay! But you can't always see it. It's like there's a picture. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a picture of like someone mining a diamond, and he keeps on going, and you can see him chipping away, but he doesn't know it's there. And it's like, don't give up just before you're about to see the diamond. Like, and that is so. I love that image. It's so powerful because it is like you never know. The next step could be the step that then you see the kind of outcome of all of your hard work, but it's really hard in the moment. So I would say strip back, think about, is there any beliefs that are holding you back, and anchor into your why. Like that's my biggest thing that's helped me on the really difficult days where I'm completely sleep deprived and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. It's really hard. Because sleep deprivation, Jesus. So yeah, honestly, like that on those hard days is anchoring into my why, which at the moment and now obviously it's evolved so much, and it's Archie, my little boy, like he is my why now. And I just look at him and I'm like, you're my why. Like I need to show you what's possible. I need to show you that like women can be awesome and powerful and do these really cool things. So I would say anchor into your why and strip back and think, actually, what beliefs am I holding? Are they self-sabotaging me? Because there probably is something there that maybe you haven't identified yet.
Definitely. All right. Love that. That why thing always comes up. It's inevitable that we
Yeah,
have to go back to that all the time.
yeah, yeah.
All
Make
right.
it so big. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Future sneak peek of what's going inside of your world. Tell us.
Well, yeah, it's very one thing very different that I actually haven't shared with anyone, but I decided today that I was going to share this with you, which I'm very excited for. It's in a different part of my entrepreneurship journey. There's lots of things going on in my coaching world, though. I'm shifting a lot around with my one-to-one and how I support clients. So at the moment, it's mainly through something called Telegram, like a messaging app. So that ongoing coaching support. Whereas I'm kind of moving, that's still going to be an option, but I'm kind of shifting into more like 90-minute activation calls. So we really dig deep into the mindset and we really come up with a plan, and then that option of Telegram. So lots of things around my one-to-one that's really exciting, because these calls are fire. These calls are like in 90 minutes, the amount that we can cover is quite ridiculous and they're really exciting, and I just love them. So that's kind of shifted in my coaching world. And also events. Like I've got my membership, and at the beginning of next year, I really want to hold my first event, which will be really exciting, all around a mindset and breath work, because I do breath work as well. So it's a combination of the two of them, because the combination of them is just is powerful. It's so powerful, and I really want to share that with more women. And then slightly off coaching, but entrepreneurship. It's not available yet, but it might be when this is out. Is I've actually written a children's book.
Yeah.
So I am an author now, which is big. I've always wanted to do it since I was little, and I just went for it. And it's been a lot in the making, a lot of late nights, but I've done it. And it should be on Amazon in a couple of weeks. So I'm very excited.
That's exciting. So, okay, writing the pocket of time is not going to be anything for you.
It might be in the future. I
Your
feel like
pockets
that's
of
really
time.
handy for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's there. I can see it already. It's happening. All right. So tell us something unexpected about you that not a lot of people know about.
I feel like this is really hard to think of. I feel like a lot of people would know a lot of stuff, but then I think when you say it, they're like, "Oh no, I didn't know about that." But I think it's linked to what we previously said. I feel like the writing, I feel like that is unexpected. What people is not going to expect of me, because I have been obviously a coach, and I've never ever spoken about writing a book. Like it's never really come up, never really spoken about. So I feel like actually that is something that is very unexpected. And when I do share it with everyone, like apart from my husband, my parents don't even know. Like I really kept it a surprise. I wanted the book to be with me and be like, "Mum and Dad, look what I've done."
So this will come out after the book's out. Do you mind telling us the name so they can get it?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be a series. So it's called The Adventures of Archie. And the first book, which is going to be out, is My First Holiday. And it's basically a book about big emotions. So a lot of firsts in the series, and about how children go through like the first holiday. It's going to be like my first trip to the dentist, the doctors, my first day of school, and all of the emotions that come with it. And Archie in the book has a little dinosaur called Dex, and he talks to him about these emotions and how it's okay to feel like this, and they go through the adventure together. So it's very much like an emotional support book, but in like a really like fun, playful way for the children. But it's really good for the parents as well, because you can go through it before that big adventure, or like a bedtime story. Because I think that's really important for children with emotions and stuff. And obviously, what I do in coaching, I find it so important they need to start young to be able to navigate those emotions better as they get older.
So remind me, I have somebody I need to connect you with. Okay.
Okay, amazing. I will. I
With the
will.
children's book. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's pop up the volume a little bit. What's a song that gets you moving and grooving?
I love Megan Trainor.
Me
I think
too.
I think she's incredible, and the song that I love is "Better When I'm Dancing." I love it. It's so high vibe, and I put it on, and I'm like, yes.
It's my jam, and I love the video with the peanut characters all
Yeah,
around. So cute. Okay.
yeah, she's great. I love Megan.
So we have your book we're going to be adding, but what are some other books that you actually love?
So there's two books. I don't know if you've read them, but one is "Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life" by Bob Proctor.
Mhm.
I love it. It's an incredible book. It really got me. Like, I read that at the beginning of when I was being trained in NLP, and yeah, learned so much from that. And "Good Vibes, Good Life" by Vex King. I just feel like that's such an upbeat. That's really like, if you're in the messy middle, like what we were talking about, or struggling at the moment with your mindset, that's such a good, upbeat, uplifting book to read. I loved it.
I've never read that one. I'll have to get it.
Yeah,
I love
do it. Yeah, it's really good.
All right. All right. Quotes that you love or a quote.
So I think the biggest quote is, and it's kind of quote slash, I guess, advice, but it's your voice or your gift or purpose is your $1 million asset. Stop whispering.
Wow. Get visible, huh?
Yeah. Like, stop burying it, stop whispering. Like, people need to hear your voice.
That is a true, true statement. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Superpower, 24 hours, one day. What would it be?
I would say, like, I've forgotten the word for it, but like when you can go to different places. Completely forgotten the word. Travel, and you like one
Time
place.
travel,
Yeah,
teleport.
teleport. Teleport is the word I wanted. Yeah, teleport. Because I find like I'm the most creative when I'm relaxing on a holiday, and I feel like if I could just pop myself in there when I need a little bit of creative boost and just to chill, like, yeah, teleportation.
Yeah. Yeah,
Travel the
I'm
world.
sitting on the beach drinking a whatever, and the waves
Yeah.
are just crashing,
Yes.
and
Near
it's
the
just
sea.
quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it just gives you 15, 20 minutes of that here and there, you'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, obviously, we do all have a tendency to get on empty, correct?
Yes.
So, what do you do when you get on empty to motivate?
So I feel like I love this question, because I feel like we all know, like, motivation, you can't rely on it. Like, it comes and goes, doesn't it? You can't rely on motivation. So you've got to have a toolkit. Like, I always talk to my clients, like, have a little toolkit of things that light you up, that raise your vibration, that feel good. So when you are feeling a little bit unmotivated, or you're feeling a little bit like just a bit low or a bit tired, or I can't be bothered, because we all have that energy sometimes. I'll be honest, I definitely do. Is, for me personally, and I know I've said it before, but move your body, and it doesn't have to be just a walk. It can be dancing, swimming, yoga, walking, run it, like whatever it looks like to you. But moving your body, honestly, is like the thing that is free most of the time. Like, walking and stuff, you can just do it, and it does make you feel better. Um, and I would say breath work. Like, obviously, I'm a breath work facilitator, but honestly, like, when I feel unmotivated, I do a visualizing breath work, and it is so incredibly powerful. Like, breath work, before I was trained in it, I didn't even know what it was. And I'm like, I've missed out on so many opportunities to do breath work, because honestly, it's incredible. And it's something that I continually, tap into. If I'm feeling a bit or tired, especially, like I've spoke about sleep deprivation, breath work is honestly something I do come back to a lot. I feel like those two are the biggest things, like moving my body, going for a walk in the sunshine, and breath work. Like, even doesn't have to be a long, like 10-minute breath work, 5-minute breath work, like just your breath is free. You've got it with you all the time. Like use it.
So what do you suggest? How many times do they breathe in and how many times do they breathe out just for a basic?
Yeah. I would say box breathing is really, really powerful. So that's breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 4, and holding for 4 again before you inhale. A bit of a deeper breath work that I use a lot with my clients that I wouldn't recommend doing like when you're driving or anything like that, but like when you're just relaxing at home, yeah, it can be super relaxing. So I would do like the 2-part breath. So this is when you inhale through your mouth as you expand your belly and exhale through your mouth. So using that mouth breathing, but just moving the belly. It's really, really powerful and it opens up that parasympathetic nervous system a lot quicker, which is your relaxation response. So definitely don't do it when you're driving, but when you're relaxing at home, that is really powerful. You'll feel a shift after doing that.
Wow. Thank you for that tip. All
That's
right.
okay.
Yeah, they'll enjoy it. All right. What is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
So the best way would be on my Instagram. So that is Sian L'Angellier at underscore, coaching. So Sian L'Angellier underscore coaching on Instagram. That's the best way.
All right. And we'll put that in so you guys can have that because, I would mess up her name. I obviously have messed up her name a few times. Sean has like graciously loved me through messing up her last name.
It's a tricky name.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. And didn't you have like a freebie that you want to offer for them or a giveaway? Do you mind telling them about that and how to get it?
Yeah, of course. So again, on my Instagram, in my bio, there's a link tree and it's on there and it's called the Confidence Recode Workshop. And it's a combination of mindset and breath work. And it's a masterclass that I ran a couple of months ago now. Really powerful. I go through a lot of subconscious mindset. I go through a really powerful NLP tool. I actually guide you through. And then I end with a 20-minute breath work.
Oh, I'm going to download it. That's going to be fun.
All right. It's really good.
All right. What about a mic drop moment to leave us? What would you like to share with the entrepreneurs out there?
I would say trust your vision and continue to rise unapologetically. Because when you're unapologetic, there's no other alternative but winning because you're yourself and you're the best you, there's only you of you. So you're the best you that there can be. And yeah, rise unapologetically and just trust your vision. Really trust what you're working towards.
I love it. Sian, you're amazing. Thank you for being on here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right. Love it. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.